Hello, everybody. What's up? How you guys doing? Welcome to episode 12 of the Combat Sports Report podcast. I'm your host, Alan, with your boy Simkai up there. We're gonna break it down for you what's happening this upcoming weekend in the world of combat sports. So, without further ado, Simkai, let's get right into it. What do we
Yeah,
got coming
Alan.
up?
I mean, let's start with the our main event for this weekend. Josh Emmett and Lerone Murphy.
Mm, this is a good fight. I don't know if it's going to be a competitive one. It's going to be interesting, but I think there's a clear favorite here.
Oh,
And that man is Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy is a beast. He's a
ooh,
very technical striker, and I think he gets the job done. What do you think?
you might be right, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of riding with Josh Emmett here. Like,
No way.
after what I've seen, after what he did to Bryce Mitchell, surviving 5 rounds with Ilia Topuria, it doesn't matter that he got dropped fighting Ilia
He got
Topuria.
10-7.
What?
He got 10-7 by Ilia Topuria.
He got 10-7, but Alan,
He almost died.
most people get stopped by Ilia Topuria. So survive.
You could have stopped that fight too.
Holloway and Volkanovski did not survive. So
That's very true, but you also could have stopped the Josh Emmett fight.
I mean, but then again, Lerone Murphy is no Ilia Topuria. He doesn't have that kind of.
Lerone Murphy's undefeated, my boy. We don't
He's
know if he's a.
undefeated, but he doesn't have that kind of power. I think if Emmett touches
What
him,
are you talking about, bro? He beat
it,
Edson Barbosa in a striking fight.
by what decision?
Okay, so he still pieced up
Okay,
Edson
but what
Barbosa.
I'm saying is Emmett has that real power. So
Doesn't matter if that power can't connect. And I think Lerone Murphy is way too technical to let that shit connect on his chin.
I think if Emmett connects, it's nighty night for Lerone Murphy.
That's I agree with that, but that's the thing. I don't think he will connect. I think Lerone Murphy is just gonna pepper him up from a distance. He's gonna gas Josh Emmett out, and then he's gonna tune him up. Josh Emmett is up there in age. He's what, like in his 40s now? Am I bugging? Late 30s, early 40s?
Late 30s, I believe.
Okay.
But Josh,
Lerone Murphy is in his prime right now. And I don't think he gets stopped by Josh Emmett. Not because I think Josh Emmett is bad. I don't. I think he's a very good fighter with a tremendous amount of power. I just don't think I don't think Lerone Murphy's going to be there to be hit by that power.
you can't really use age as a discrepancy here because then
What
again,
kind of?
Bryce Mitchell, how much older is he than
Okay, but Bryce Mitchell is not a striker.
he's
You
an
can't say
MMA
that.
fighter. He's a striker
Brother,
regardless.
brother, stop it. Stop it. His hands are not anything special. He like he got tuned up by Ilia Topuria. He got tuned up by Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell was a completely different fight because Bryce Mitchell is a grappler. Very different fighting styles. I think Lerone Murphy is too technical and too fast to get hit by one of those power overhand rights by
I guess we'll
Josh
have to
Emmett
see, man. I guess we'll have to
for
see in
sure.
that regard. But folks, I don't think I even have to say it at this point, but
Mhm,
this is a fight not to miss. I think I've said this like a billion times already. When me and Alan disagree,
mhm.
know the story. So,
Yeah, when we disagree, you know I'm right. Shit, you know I'm right.
yeah.
Shit. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. Some guy do be he do be winning these bets
Nah, but Alan do
sometimes.
be winning too. That's why you have both of our voices on here, folks. That's why you have both of our voices.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Yeah, Lerone Murphy knockout round four.
I don't know about
Co-main event.
Oh
Co-main
shit.
event. Yo, we got a fun fight.
I
We
think
got
I know
Joe
who you
Anderson Brito versus who is Joe Anderson fighting?
Pat Sabatani.
Mm, mhm.
I mean,
I think you know
honestly,
who I'm rocking with.
oh, I know too. I'm rocking with him too. Pat Sabatani, my friend.
Oh, that's the way you're going?
No, no, but I mean, well, isn't Pat Sabatani is from our hood? So I thought,
As Sabatini, yeah, he might be from New York, but he's fighting Joe Anderson Brito, bro.
okay, yeah, I know I know he's, okay, I know who's gonna win, but
Oh,
who do I
what do you mean
want?
you know? You know is
Oh,
a strong
Anderson
claim.
Brito, bro, is gonna win.
That's a strong claim. You don't know. Anything can happen.
That's true. It's MMA, but still, yeah. Who I want to win is I got to go with the hometown boy,
Facts.
but Joe Anderson Brito is Joe Anderson Brito. So
Why do you think he wins?
knockout second round.
Why?
Joe Anderson Brito is not a fighter who likes to stand back and get the decision points. He goes there and he looks for the kill.
Yeah, but why does he beat Sabatini?
Sabatani is a good striker. He's good, well-rounded. He's good on the ground. But I don't know. I feel like Brito is another kind of beast. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, Brito, he is the only guy I've ever seen get a stoppage win by kicking his opponent in the leg and cutting it open.
Yeah, that
I've
was
never seen that
crazy.
before against
That
Jack
was
Shore.
that was crazy.
That was insane. His I'm thinking of Rafael Alves for a second. Yeah, no, Joe Anderson Brito is a beast. He has good defensive grappling. He has good submission defense, and he has submission abilities of his own, which are pretty freaking nasty, dude. Pretty
Yeah.
fucking nasty. I think Sabatini's a better grappler. However, I don't think the majority of the fight plays out there. I think if it's a stand-up battle, Brito has the clear edge, bro.
Oh, clear
Clear
edge.
edge.
But I think on the ground, it could go either way.
Think on the ground, Sabatini definitely has an
Yeah,
advantage, but
that's what I meant
I
by
wouldn't count Brito out
yeah.
there either.
We're on
I,
the same page with this, Alan.
yeah, I think Brito is a clear favorite, but listen, that's why the matchmaker set up fights
MMA,
like
man, it's
this.
MMA. You can never count. I mean, bro, you know what I'll give us? I'll give a prime example here. We all thought Leon Edwards was gonna lose against Usman. We all thought it, and it fucking
Because
happened.
he did the first time. He
Yeah,
lost the first
and he
time,
and he
and
and
then
boom, were we wrong? So, but anyway, getting back to our headshot dead.
hmm
But
hmm
anyway, a fight actually that I know you've seen as well. I don't know if they've ever met in the octagon before, but I guess better late than never. We got Gerald Mearshart, GM3, fighting Brad Tavares. This is a battle of the veterans, man. This is a
facts.
battle of two UFC, in my opinion, legends. I wouldn't
I
say
agree with that.
like these, like, okay, Gerald Mearshart has the most submissions. I think I don't know about if UFC history or
Oliveira
yeah, UFC middleweight history. He's far
far and
above
above the
everyone
leader.
else. But Brad Tavares himself,
He's fought everybody in the
he's fought
UFC's middleweight
everyone, and
division.
he might be in the top for most middleweight fight time, but I don't quote me on that.
Think he is. I think he has the most middleweight fights by volume, and I think he has the most fight time at middleweight. Actually, no. I think Bisping still holds that fight
Yeah.
time record, but Brad Tavares is up there. Brad
Okay, but
Tavares is
Alan,
a beast.
who do you got?
It's a tough one because GM3 always finds a way to get a submission, but Brad Tavares recently has been looking very sharp and
Yeah.
very like technically sound.
Got
So
it.
on the feet, I got Tavares. On the ground, obviously GM3 is a beast, but Tavares' wrestling is also good. I think though that might set up him shooting a takedown attempt and then Mearshart capitalizing on that with like a guillotine or something. So I don't know which way this fight goes, to be honest with you. I I think a safer bet is Brad Tavares, but I'm fuck safety, bro. I'm with the shits. I'm with the underdog. I'll go with
Yeah.
GM3. I'll go with GM3
I can
by
see that.
submission, guillotine,
I can
or
see
ninja choke.
I can definitely see that. That will be an excellent fight. I'm looking forward to that a lot.
hmm
Speaking about some other fights on this card that got me pretty interested, I mean, Odie Osborne.
Yeah,
He's like, he might have lost a lot, but like at the same time, he's not in a
he's very good.
he's not in a boring scrap. You can't tell me this guy is in a boring fight ever. Like
Ever.
he comes out to fight and he comes out to
hmm
win. But who he's facing, and I've actually followed this guy for a little bit, is Luis Gurriel. Luis, I'm pretty sure former Fury FC flyweight champion. Uh, he's been in some 5 round fights. He's 10-0.
hmm
So this will be his penultimate test, in my opinion, as he's fighting Ode Osborne. Ode Osborne is no walk in the park. So I'm very interested to see how this goes, as it's a veteran of the contender of the flyweight division, not veteran, and a newbie. facing off. So,
Yeah, but he's not the only undefeated fighter we have
oh yeah,
stepping in there. I know we're kind of jumping out of order, but Martin Buday is taking on a very interesting newcomer in the UFC who goes by the name of Uran Satibaldiev.
tell me about him, Alan.
I don't know too much about him other than he is from, let's see where he's from. He looks like he's Kazakh, which is scary enough on its own.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
at his, I'm in it. Oh boy. I saw him fight recently. His last fight was like a highlight reel knockout. He's a monster. He's a light heavyweight. He fought in LFA. Um, oh, he won by submission, pardon me. He beat Leon Soares by Kimura. Uh, he has a knockout punches from back control in LFA. He's undefeated. He's 9-0. He has how many finishes? He has six knockout wins, one submission win,
yeah.
and two decision wins. He is
7 out of 9.
undefeated, seven finishes in nine fights. And he's a big freaking guy. He
I
looks
only
very
got
similar
one
to.
thing for you, Alan.
Mm. Oh, I think
Nurga
he's from Kyrgyzstan. He's from
Nurjogai
Kyrgyzstan.
DR. Nurjogai DR. We all thought he was gonna beat Brenson Ribeiro, and that was wrong. So,
That's true, but I think this is a different story.
but okay, but Martin Boudet is no walk in the park.
He's not, but also there's the weight difference, right? Martin Buday is a legit heavyweight, and Uran walks around probably lighter. I don't know. I don't know what he walks around at, but he fights usually at 205, and he's making his debut in the UFC at heavyweight. So that's
But
an
that
interesting
doesn't
factor
usually
too.
translate. That doesn't usually translate. I mean, look at Ryan Spahn.
Mhm. Yeah, but Ryan Spann, no disrespect to him, he visibly got bigger and not in the best way. He looked like he just gained a bunch of weight, and
True. But
I don't want to be disrespectful, but bro, he wasn't in the exactly in the best shape of his life.
all I'm
So
saying is don't count out Martin Boudet. So I think it's definitely a
never.
fight to watch. I mean, folks, it's the only heavyweight fight on this card. I think that says enough in itself. So
Uran by knockout.
I guess we'll see.
You heard it here first.
You
This
heard it,
guy's gonna be a
guys.
problem. If he's from
That's your that
Kyrgyzstan, and if you wanna understand how tough these Kyrgyzstan guys are, look at Myktabek Orolbay. They are
Jesus
countrymen. Okay. I
Christ.
need you to understand something. People from that area of the world, people from Kazakhstan,
Kyrgyzstan,
Kyrgyzstan, Chechnya, Dagestan,
Uzbekistan.
Ingushetia, Uzbekistan, fucking
My
all of
family's
these
from Uzbek.
stands, Georgia, bro,
Yeah, I know.
all of these guys are different human beings than like you and me. They are bred to fight and
Turkestan,
beat
the
the
people of
fuck out of
Turkestan
people.
are not to be messed with.
Kyrgyzstan.
No, no, no. That whole area in Central Asia was called Turkestan.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that actually.
yeah, well, my family is from there, so
Interesting. Yo, more reason people should follow this podcast. Little history tidbits like
yeah.
that. Where else you gonna get that from? Turkestan. Yeah, you don't fuck with Turkestan.
You don't fuck with anyone in Turkestan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan. You don't fuck with them.
Anyone around the Caucasus Mountain range.
Any
You say
Stanner,
hello, goodbye, thank you, please, and you leave.
anything with the
You,
last name Stan on it should be a red flag.
his last I don't think his last name has a stand in it.
No, no,
Does
no.
it?
I'm saying country.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Dagestan,
Yeah.
Turkmenistan.
Yeah. All of the stands, all the Nias, all the Ias,
Well, Alan,
Georgia.
there's another
Ah,
fight that actually had my eye that I had my eye on
oh,
because okay, I he didn't really put on the best performances in his two times, but we got Torres Finney. He is the only fighter to fight on the Contender Series 3 times. So
and win all three, no?
yeah, won all three. The first two, I don't think they were very much action packed. Dana didn't really like it, but the last one, he put a stamp on that one. He's 10-0.
It's his debut, right?
Yep, it's his debut, and he's fighting Robert Valentin, who came from the tough.
Ultimate Fighter. He
So
was one of the new guys.
yeah, I think he actually beat Giannis Bachar, who's fighting in PFL. So
Mm.
um yeah, folks. It's gonna be a good one. I mean, I kind of gotta. I mean, I'm kind of riding with Torres Finney. I feel like he's kind of had to fight through. Well, he's been on the Contender Series 3 times, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I mean, if he got called back the 2 other times, it means he didn't truly disappoint. So,
No, for sure. I I see where you're coming from because he's got a lot of power. He's a short, stocky dude with basically no neck. Valentin is also dangerous. He's a very dangerous
oh no, I
striker.
agree.
He is very dangerous, and he is kind of insane. Big fan of the
Kind of.
psychedelics. Big fan of the psychedelics. Big fan of Norse mythology. Big fan of blood sacrifices.
He's from
So if
Switzerland, I believe.
yeah, he went into the woods or something to try to find the Norse gods. Dude,
He's like a Jiri motherfucker, Jiri
he
Prohaska.
is a killer. He is a legit Viking. You do not fuck with somebody like that. All right? That dude
Yeah,
will tune you up if you
but
give
then
him the
again,
chance.
that's going to be a good one, and I think that one is actually opening up the main card, but I'm not 100% sure.
Mm.
Uh,
I think the last thing I'll say about this fight, I think Finney obviously has the power advantage, but I think Valentin is a much more technical striker. From what I've
Valentin
seen, I
also has
think
power.
he does, but I think Torres Finney has more power. I think that's where his edge comes in. I think Valentin is way more technical in terms of striking than Torres Finney. Torres Finney probably has better wrestling, but that remains to be seen. We'll
And
see
then
what
Alan,
happens.
the last fight that we wanted to touch upon
Hmm.
on this card specifically is Davy Grant and Daniel Santos. Listen, I've been a fan of Davy Grant. I love how he fights. He always goes, I mean, he's getting closer in age, but this guy goes at,
He's never been a young spring chicken in this game,
yeah,
bro. Even when
honestly.
he was on the Ultimate Fighter, he had to fight through so much adversity.
And he's,
Bro, I've been rocking with him ever since then. He is a freaking menace, dude.
yeah, and he's fighting Daniel Santos, who's, who's beat,
Also a beast.
yeah, beast, honestly.
Santos is in Oliveira's camp, right?
Yeah,
Beast. This is going to be fight of the night. I think this is
yeah,
going to be fight of the night.
I think so
And
too.
Davy Grant always has something special in his back pocket.
Yeah.
If you're whether you look at his spinning back fist into the reverse triangle that he got over Rafael Assunção, you remember that?
Oh, fuck, that was sick.
Dude, every time he comes out there, it's something special. And he is the epitome of underrated. He's almost always like counted out. He almost always performs, shows out. He is a monster. And honestly, he's my lock of the week. He's one of
Okay.
my locks.
Okay, I like that.
Flip this. If I'm wrong, shit on me in the comments. If I'm right, send me some of your winnings.
Yep.
10%. Let's go.
So, folks,
Let's go.
that's our rundown of this weekend's card. Do not miss it. You definitely don't want to miss that main event.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun card. You guys should tune in.
Yeah, definitely. Alan, before we get
Hmm.
to the crazy UFC news that was released this week,
What's
um,
up?
I want to ask you this. Fighter of the week
Fighter of the week. Fighter of the week.
or prospect
Have
of
to look. Have to look at the previous UFC event to
well,
truly.
Mexico, Mexico. We already
I
said
know, but
Moreno, though. We already said Moreno. So you have to choose someone different.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I I wanted to say Moreno again, but would it be the best? So, on that main card, there's so many. Oh my God, bro!
Only one.
Everybody on that main card was a beast. All right, I'll give you. Oh my God. Okay, I'll give you some guys that I have as my runner-ups. Gautier, runner-up. He stellar
I
debut,
think he was on.
stellar.
I think he was the fighter of the week, in my opinion. But
I understandable, understandable. I could also say the same thing for Kevin Borjas. Borjas with that performance was a monster. I thought Ronaldo Rodriguez was going to make it look not easy, but I didn't think it was going to be as competitive as it was. And Kevin Borjas sure proved me wrong.
yeah,
Um, David Martinez,
Jesus.
Surgeon, brother sister duo. got a knockout in the first round in his debut. Another one. Um,
You
Vince
don't have to
Morales
have
is
it.
also on that list. Okay, if I'm picking one though, I'm picking Manuel Torres.
Okay, that's
Round
fair.
round
That's
one
fair.
knockout versus
Jesus
Drew Dober. Are
Christ.
you fucking kidding me?
We
Who
broke
the
that
fuck
down.
does that?
We broke that down in the last episode, but Jesus Christ, that was
Dude,
insane. That was literally like
terrifying. 15 unanswered shots to
what?
Drew
Tried to
Iron
fight
Chin
after.
Dober.
He was so far gone that he tried to continue the fight.
15 unanswered shots.
Jesus Christ.
Manuel Torres is a problem. I'm
Yeah. You know
honestly,
what?
this makes Ignacio Bahamondez's win over him that much more impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
That much more impressive because he is no slouch. He is very good. And he showed that when he knocked out Drew Dober.
Okay. So now
Who's
Alan.
yours?
Oh no, I said mine. Atiba Gauthier.
Teba?
Ateba Gauthier. Besides shouting us out on the Instagram, I have to go with him
Go!
because he's fucking a monster. He's middleweight Francis Ngannou, maybe. But I think it's
He's my age, bro. He is my fucking age. Do you
and he's
understand that?
Cameroonian like Ngannou.
Scary man. That is one scary man, bro.
Okay, Alan. So obviously most of our folks have heard that unfortunately the Khalil Roundtree and Jamal Hill main event was called off.
What?
You knew that.
No.
But
First time hearing of this.
but the new main event.
Who?
Drum roll. We have Ian Macado Gary and Carlos Prates. Main event for UFC Kansas City, just announced number 7 and number 10. Folks,
Oh my God. Inject that right into my freaking veins.
that is
Holy shit.
that is one main event. And guess what? Ian Gary reacted to it on Instagram and he said, I never say no to an exciting fight. Carlos Prates is a killer. He said it himself, his own words. You better watch this fight. So I am not going to not listen to him. Everyone
Mhm.
needs to get ready for that fight. That is a pay-per-view main card, pretty much, maybe even a co-main pay-per-view fight.
I could see it happening for sure. That is a sick fight, and that is a great push for Prates. It's exactly what the UFC promised him after Jeff Neal pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Speaking about news, though,
Are we
Al.
going to break it down right now, or is that a subject
No,
for
we'll
later
break it down
on?
when we get closer because
All right, all
there
right.
is
I got
some
some hot takes.
announcements. There is some announcements that we do have to make. UFC 316. The main events were just announced, and yes, I said main events, not just one. So basically, it's going to be in Newark, New Jersey, June 7th on Saturday. Your
Mhm,
boys might be there, so
mhm, mhm.
keep tuned for that.
If it's in Newark, I don't see why not.
But yeah, in our main event, we got Marab the Machine Dvalishvili versus Sugar Sean O'Malley, number 2.
Mhm.
That is our main event.
Okay, what's your take on them making this title fight? What are your thoughts?
Listen, I definitely know that there's some other people that might have deserved the title shot more, but I mean,
More is subjective, but
Alan, you kind of have to see it from this perspective, and I mean, you kind of said it yourself. We need fights that sell. Tell me, do you think Marlon Vera deserved that title shot against Sugar Sean O'Malley? Because he was ranked number 5.
definitely not. Definitely not.
So exactly. So this fight, I mean, and okay, who did Marab beat last time? Marab beat Umar Nurmagomedov. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
He can.
He can fight whoever
Honestly,
the fuck he wants.
honestly, from that perspective, him getting the pay-per-view points off of Sean O'Malley, good for Marab.
Yeah.
I was thinking they should have given it to somebody like, I don't know, um, Jan fought. Yeah, Figueiredo lost to Jan. I was thinking maybe Sanhagen.
Yeah.
I like that Sandhagen fight. Give him the fucking title shot already. How long
Sandhagen
does he
does
have
have
to
a
fucking wait?
Sandhagen has a fight lined up. He is fighting Devson Figueiredo.
Fuck
So,
all that bullshit. He should be fighting for the belt. That is the
uh,
champion of the division.
Alan, I'm quoting your own words. You got to make the fights that sell.
I agree with you on like a first principles basis. On like just me being a fan of Corey, give him the fucking title
Oh,
shot already.
I know. But
My
listen,
God, bro, what else does he
Corey
have
will
to
have his
do?
chance. Corey will have his chance because I think he beats Devson anyway. So,
I think so too, but bro, you never know.
okay, but Alan, there's another fight on that card that really has my eye caught. And we both called this because we both knew that this person was going to get the title shot next. Former two-time PFL champion Kayla Harrison fights Juliana Pena for the women's bantamweight title.
You know, Kayla Harrison opened as like a minus 600 favorite.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Kayla Harrison, I've said it before. I think she dog walks Juliana. I could be wrong because Juliana Pena, we all saw what she did to Amanda Nunes. That was
That first
crazy.
time.
But I'm going to be honest, Kayla Harrison did train with Amanda, so she might actually have some insights already in how to beat Juliana Pena. So,
Yeah.
I mean, also,
Dude, honestly, bro, I thought Pennington beat Juliana
yeah,
Pena
I
in
was
their
about to
five
say
round
that,
fight.
bro. I thought Pennington beat her. Well, beat
I thought it
Pena.
was incredibly disrespectful for them to give that belt to Juliana Pena after all the work that Pennington did and
Oh,
put
I
in.
don't think that's the end though. I think Pennington will be back. I think she's the number one contender. I think
Bro,
that
I liked when Rocky won the belt. That something felt right about that.
yeah, oh no, 100%.
Her and Pena were on the same season of The Ultimate Fighter. Fun fact. And you know who else was on there?
Oh,
Our boy Davy Grant. Same
oh
season.
shit. Yeah, I mean, Alan, what I gotta say is I think Rocky will definitely get her shot. I kind of want to. I'm trying to think of who else has risen up the ranks at bantamweight as of late. I think the clear I think the number one contender fight should be a rising women's bantamweight facing Rocky, because Rocky, even Dana White would agree that Rocky, and I think Dana will give her her due. She probably might main event soon or something like that.
Let's see. Maybe. You can't put her in a main event. I'm sorry, bro. I love Rocky, but you can't put her in a main event.
Maybe a co-main event,
Yeah.
Alan, I mean,
There's just no fights that sell for her right now.
yeah, I mean, but Alan, those two title fights for Newark, I think that's a perfect matchup. I think
Who else is on that card?
I don't
Do you
know.
know?
They haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything yet.
They announced a couple of crazy
Oh,
fights recently.
okay.
Let me
Let me pull it on me, my boy. Pull it on me.
let me Google this to make sure I'm not speaking out of school. Um,
Oh, wait, I don't see anything.
me neither. Me neither. But
You might be thinking about 315.
um, no, I'm thinking some other fight announcements. They're not even on a pay-per-view. You know if I got announced recently
What?
that I'm really excited for? Adolfo Bellato versus the Bear Jew, Paul Craig.
Where? When?
That got announced, I think, on Dana's Live or something, right around then. It's live on Topology. It's yeah, it's happening May 17th in Vegas.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Craig.
Crazy fight, no?
Yeah, that's a crazy fight. Rodolfo Bellato trains with Alex Pereira.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
be a good one. I
Dude, there's a lot of really fun fights coming up. I know we always say that, but
yeah.
maybe we're just too deep in this MMA game, bro. Maybe we just like pay too much attention to all the matchmaking shit. But dude, all of these fights feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm a kid in a candy shop, bro.
Oh no, I don't disagree with you at all.
They treat us so well.
They do treat
This
us so well.
UFC treats us to all these amazing fights.
Alan, definitely. So putting UFC to the side for a moment, I know it's our favorite
How
thing.
could you?
I know. It's monstrous. But we do have some things coming up for you folks. in regards to that, Alan does know about this as well. We got one championship tomorrow. We got two title fights. The main event, Roman Krejcir, one of the greatest strikers on the planet, uh, is defending.
Big praise.
I mean, okay, one of the best Muay Thai and kickboxing strikers on the planet. Is facing is defending his heavyweight Muay Thai belts. I don't know who I think Lyndon Boles, who's like a British up and coming heavy.
Lyndon Knowles is a monster also, and a lot of people don't know too much about him, including me. But you want to see something cool? You know who Lyndon Knowles trains with?
Mm.
Jonathan Haggerty.
Oh fuck. Yep. That'll do it.
Jonathan McFucking Haggerty.
That guy is a crazy guy. So
Jonathan Haggerty legitimately is like a top three striker on planet Earth right now.
then also on that card, we got Sex. I will get to the co-main event, but I want to get to that last because it's fucking epic.
Mhm.
So we got Sexan is returning. Sexan is a legend of the game. And then
Mhm.
in the featured fight, we got Stitchatai versus Nico Carrillo.
Hold on, there's two fights happening on Friday.
No, no,
Two
no.
one championship events.
I know. I'm getting to the other one. I said I wanted to save the last.
Mm-mm. Okay, so we'll go to the later one first.
Yeah, yeah.
Clicklea versus Lyndon
Okay,
Knowles.
but okay, now we can get to it. But
Yeah,
basically, Alan, it's the
mm,
trilogy between Reagan Ursul and Alex Nicholas.
it's a great fight.
It's a great
A
fight.
very good fight. Nicholas won the first one. Irsa won his belts back, and now trilogy. Ooh. Um,
I
who
don't
you
know.
got in this one? This is
I
a
do
tough
not
one.
know. Honestly, I really can't tell you. I don't know.
I'm not mistaken. This is a rubber match, right?
Yeah, this is the trilogy.
Knockout for knockout.
I don't know. It could go
What you
either
got?
way.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Regina Urso.
Yeah,
Urso is a dog, but Nicholas also he's not to be slept on.
yeah, he's
I
not
just
to be
think
slept on.
Urso has had too many fights to get caught with the same stuff as he did in the first fight
Yeah,
against
no,
Nicholas.
I don't think we can overlook him. So,
Yeah.
and then, folks, also, this has been announced because we have. Well, you guys know how great BKFC Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship,
Hold on. You're just moving on to BKFC like that?
bro. We went over one championship.
No, we fucking
Okay,
didn't.
who do you want to?
Not until we fucking talk about Nico Carrillo versus Chat.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, bro, what the fuck? That's a crazy fight. You know what Nico Carrillo said? You know, he said in his in an interview that they did recently. You know what he said? He said his loss against Nabil Anane, who is right now like the interim champion of their weight
And
class.
he
He
beat the
said,
champion.
yeah, Nico said his loss to Nabil is worse than if somebody in his family died.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine saying shit like that?
Yeah, that's
And
kind
he's
of.
not kidding. He's not kidding about that shit at all, which
Yeah.
shows you his intent. Nico Carrillo is another one of these
I
guys
think
who's
Nico
like,
Carrillo wins.
I think so too, bro. He is legitimately one of the best strikers on earth right now.
Yeah.
All right. And then we got a honorary mention Sexton. Sexton is a legend of the
Yeah,
game.
oh my God.
I I don't know how many fights he has. No,
Yeah,
I
it's
really
really,
don't.
I can't count.
It's in the hundreds. It is. Um, let's do a quick Google. You ready? Stay with me. How many fights has Sexton? He, oh no, Google is, 203 wins, 74 losses, 8 draws.
Wow.
The experience is off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
Off the charts. All right. And then, I don't know, you got a lot of, oh my God, one more fight. Fabricio Andre versus Ashley Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know these two guys, they are some of the baddest jiu-jitsu practitioners on planet Earth, particularly Fabricio Andre. Fabricio Andre, I believe he was a silver or bronze medalist at ADCC. The shit that he can do on the ground is like magic. It is like watching a wizard at work. He is one of the most technical jiu-jitsu athletes on earth. And every time he fights, it's always entertaining. His nickname is Hokage. He's a big anime fan.
Oh
Definitely
yeah.
check him out.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
Simkai, you want to go right into bare knuckle, or you want
Oh,
to talk
I
about
got to
that
because there's
second
some names that we gotta mention, bro. So,
you want to talk about this second one fight that's happening also tomorrow on Friday?
bare knuckle is tomorrow as well.
I guess this is a smaller card. All right.
Bare,
Okay.
okay,
Bare knuckle.
Alan. So basically, the BKFC is debuting in Dubai.
Hmm.
And there, it's such a massive card that they're breaking it up into two parts.
Wow.
So one part will take place tomorrow, and each card is headlined by two title fights.
Wow.
So the first card, which is tomorrow, we got Austin Trout defending his
Beast.
belt against perennial contender Trinidad Snake. We also got,
That's his name?
yeah, that's his last name. So
Trinidad Snake?
yep. I don't know, man. People,
Well, all right. Fair enough, bro.
and then
Keep trucking on.
co-main event Britton Hart versus Ty Emery.
That's a good fight. Britton Hart is always fun to
But
watch.
bro, you're gonna be like, oh shit. Like, guess who else is on this card at the featured thing? We got Saba Homasi.
Makes sense, honestly. I'm not surprised that he's in bare knuckle right now.
But you know what did surprise me though? Alexei Olenek is on this card.
I don't want to talk about that, bro. That makes me sad. That makes me so. Why the fuck is a jiu-jitsu dominant fighter signing up for bare knuckle boxing? Does
Wants
he
that
know that he
bag,
can't
bro. He
grapple
wants
him?
that bag. He wants that.
What bag? He wants fucking $10,000. Oh my God. Actually, I take that back. Apparently, he and his wife got a divorce and she wants to take everything. So
Okay,
he
so
does
fair
need
enough.
that bag. Fucking bitch, bro. Hate
Fair
all these
enough.
women doing all these fighters this dirty. Fuck all of that.
Yeah, but for that card, those are the big fights to be mentioned on there. And then,
Yes, bro. Who asked to have Olenek bare knuckle boxing, bro? I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of his grappling.
I don't know, man.
You take that away from him, bro, he's gonna get hurt. He is not a young man.
Take it up with Conor McGregor. Take it up
He's
with,
what, 45?
yeah.
What
Take
the
it up with
fuck are we
Conor
doing?
McGregor, bro. Take it up with Conor McGregor.
There was a time in history where signing up a 45-year-old man who can barely box to a bare knuckle boxing match would be seen as cruel and unusual punishment. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know, bro. But Alan, so
Bet the house against him, bro. It
bro,
hurts because I'm a real like I'm genuinely a fan, bro.
Alan
His
is
Ezekiel
triggered.
choke, he is the only dude that I've ever seen land a nasty Ezekiel choke in MMA. You know how hard that is? It's fucking hard. It's hard to do without gloves.
Well,
With
listen,
gloves,
Alan.
damn near
Can't judge
impossible.
the man made his choice. The man decided to go in that fight. Whatever happens to him, he brought on himself. So, I mean, Alan, but
Yes.
the next one on April 5th, so on Saturday, it'll probably take place before the UFC event.
Mm.
Kai Stewart, who I think is a very household name in bare knuckle already, defends his belt. Oh, you don't know him?
I don't know who that is. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, this bare
No,
knuckle
no
FC.
idea. No disrespect. Hopefully, I'll find out after this weekend. How about that?
Yeah, for this next title fight, I really can't tell you who any of these people are. There is the inaugural Women's Featherweight Championship. I don't know who any of them are, but there is one name that comes to mind on this card that kind of surprises me.
Let's get into it. Who is it?
John Phillips.
No way. The guy who fought Kamzat?
Yeah,
Interesting. He did have good boxing when he was in the UFC.
he did.
I'm I'm not that
Oh shit.
surprised, but what?
Okay, there is one other person, Guto and Innocente.
Ooh. Guto
Ooh,
Innocente is a fucking monster, bro.
and he's been fighting in bare knuckle.
He might catch a body, bro. He might actually
Might
murder
catch a
somebody.
body. You know what I would love to see because he fought on there recently. Him versus
Mhm.
Jorgen De Castro.
Oh my God, bro, what a fucking fight that would be. Dude, I want to see how big Guto Innocente's hands are. They must be
Yeah,
fucking like three of these.
yeah,
Bro. Terrifying human beings exist out there, ladies and gentlemen. Do not fuck
yeah,
with them. You cannot handle the smoke.
yeah. But Alan, thank God it's not Guto versus Alexei Olenek though. That'd be straight murder, bro.
I would boycott. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't
You
do
would
shit.
boycott the
That
BKFC.
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't boycott them because I like the sport. But that would hurt my soul as
Yeah.
an Olenek fan.
Well, folks, that's kind of it for events this weekend. We got one championship tomorrow, Friday night. We also got Friday morning, first part of the BKFC, second part.
Friday morning, we also have an entirely separate ONE FC card. Check that out. Not a lot of big names, but
Yes,
it's going to
one
be a
Friday
lot of.
fights. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
So one Friday fights as well. Then Saturday we got bare knuckle again in the morning, and then top it all off with some UFC action.
Facts. Top it all off, bro. Trying to find me a baddie to top me off. Right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. Join us on Sunday for episode 13, where we break down how Lerone Murphy beats Josh Emmett. And if I'm wrong,
Oh,
make
if you're
me
wrong, I'm
words
gonna
in the
roast the fuck
comments.
out of you. Okay.
Do it. Do it. Don't let Simkai get all the fun of roasting me. Roast me in the comments
Yeah,
below if you
roast
think
us in
I'm
the
wrong.
comments if we're both wrong. Or
Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. See you soon. Peace.
peace.